Jordan, at what point did you think all tonight actually might be the night?
See if you can speed up just a little bit, George. So, I know. Oh, okay, no worries.
Ileana Moreno. What color is that? We'll go with black.
Yeah, headed towards LAX.
Oh no. Headed towards LAX. Let's ride. We got ourselves our first police chase of the year 2024. We are in Carson, California. In restricted airspace at the moment. Ileana Moreno on the call. I'm going to lay out, let her tell you what's up.
Ileana Moreno alongside my pilot George, and we are on the 91 West coming up to the 110 freeway here over a police pursuit. Now this is where the 91 comes to an end, so let's see what this driver does.
Oh God, coming towards traffic. And really, through a solid red light.
Turn there because that did just turn green. Now this is a driver who's wanted for DUI and apparently is also believed to be armed. He's in a
DUI, supposedly armed, black Dodge Charger. No, that's a Dodge Charger. We're doing 70 miles an hour here on the side streets. What's up? What's up, everyone? It is time. It is a boogity. Let's go chasing everybody off the 91 freeway near LAX, south of LAX, Vermont Avenue, Carson area.
We'll stick with it. He's going,
Harbor Gateway as well.
Right now. Gonna be going,
Welcome back, everybody. We are live.
Southbound on Vermont. Yep, approaching the
Ileana Moreno in the air. We should have ABC 7 shortly. We have a backup stream just in case, but we'll stick with Ileana for now. Under the overpass. Once again, the want is a 3-star DUI. Might be armed. CHP in pursuit, as well as a CHP aerial unit. Happy New Year to you guys as well. We are 1 for 1. We're on pace for 365 chases this season. Making it sound like it's an NBA schedule.
So he's right out my door, but still kind of under us.
Of course, that's
Yes, slow
on.
down.
We've got Ileana on the call.
Go under us.
Perfect night. All right.
So he's right behind us right now. 8:56. So he's right behind us.
We driving. We're in a little cul-de-sac. We are not. Oh, that was a dead end. We're fishtailing.
So he's in Carson right
We don't have our lights on either. Might be a little lost. Might be a little drunk. Getting a little reckless with the way we're just swerving around here.
And you'll notice there's no units behind it, but it actually sounds like CHP.
Sorry. I know there's games on, but this supersedes all. We have ourselves a 3-star chase once again. We're in the West Carson area near LAX. You can see the night sun on top.
Okay, making a right-hand turn going westbound on Torrance Boulevard. Okay, he's still directly behind us. Okay, so keep flying. He's out my side. So if you could fly towards our 9 o'clock.
Ileana never gets frustrated with George either, even though they're probably flying away from this. The good news is, once again, this lens can zoom in up to 8x. That would be a very lucky green light, as that massive Dodge Charger was making a right-hand turn. That had T-Bone written all over it.
About our 10 o'clock, headed westbound. He's in an industrial area. Okay, now he's going north.
Chase him. Oh, Ileana's sick? Ileana's sick too. Everybody's sick, man. I didn't go out. That's why I didn't go out
So he's right
this
at
weekend.
off our nose. So just keep
Everybody
flying
is
towards
sick.
our 12.
It's crazy. Everyone I know. And
'Cause he's
Ileana's
gonna
coughing
go
up a
north.
lung. But she's in the air right now as we are flying
He's
down.
passing by a big commercial building.
Or not.
Right there.
There he
only
is.
one way he can go. He's going to go westbound. residential area here of Harbor Gateway. Once again, if you're just joining us, this guy's wanted for
No days off.
DUI.
Police
Another
chases do
police
not care
vehicle.
if you are sick. Ileana in the air
It was
regardless.
originally the sheriff's department that was in pursuit. They gave it up though, and CHP eventually took over after a few minutes. The sheriff's airship sounds like they stayed overhead the whole time, and they're still over it, even though there's no
She's
ground
nasally
units behind it.
tonight.
He's just been driving so recklessly. They had to pull the ground units off, and it's just surveillance mode at this point.
Okay, so CHP's in surveillance mode. Sheriff's Department was in pursuit. They canceled. CHP took over, so we have CHP aerial unit, and then I imagine ground units are in the vicinity, but they are not. We're in tracking mode. Oh,
Again,
Ileana,
thank you to everyone who's
Get her
watching
some
us here on NBCLA.com
club soda.
and all of our streaming platforms. I'm just going to transition over to Spanish real quick, just do a quick.
And she's going bilingual on us.
Before resuming our coverage in English.
flu game, Ileana.
Buenas noches, desde el helicóptero yo soy Elian Moreno reportando sobre una persecución policial que se encuentra en el área de Torrance. Al momento está en la avenida Western, acercándose a la calle 195. La patrulla de caminos de California estaba persiguiendo a este conductor hace solo unos minutos, pero a causa de las velocidades altas, ahora solo es el helicóptero sobre el vehículo. Y antes de la patrulla de caminos de California, era el departamento del sheriff que estaba persiguiendo a esta persona. George, he's at R2. So turn more towards our... Okay, no worries. He's right at your door right now. If you have eyes on the sheriff's ship, just keep him at your door, and he's right over the car. Disculpen, necesitaba hablar con mi piloto por un momento. Pero esta persecución, como les digo, continúa aquí ahora en Torrance. Primero el departamento, era el departamento del alguacil, perdón, que estaba persiguiendo a este conductor. Y ahora es la patrulla de caminos de California con el helicóptero del departamento del sheriff todavía sobre el carro. El conductor es buscado porque la policía cree que posiblemente está manejando bajo los efectos de drogas o alcohol, y también creen que el conductor posiblemente está armado. El vehículo es una Toyota RAV4 y al momento se
No, Dodge Charger.
hay adentro del vehículo, pero se cree que el conductor
She's saying
es
under
un
the
hombre.
influence of either drugs and alcohol is the original one.
Desde el helicóptero, Elian Moreno, Telemundo 52. Okay, so he's right at your door, George.
Just pivots, just like that. Drogas.
Back with you guys here in English. She's slowing down a little bit.
Sludiful
there,
asks,
following
what
that,
provokes the
blue
stars to
Tesla,
go up? Well,
slowing him
why don't
down
you stick
just a
around and
touch,
find out?
which is
For those of you
really
that were not
surprising that
part of the
he
last
is,
stream, I'd like to remind you that we
not
did
trying to
restock
zigzag through traffic,
Pursuit
just
Tree
doing what we're
sweaters
saying,
in
but
the
maybe I
store,
spoke too soon.
birdsintheair.com.
He's got no one behind him, so
They
at
were
this
sold
point,
out.
we
We got
need
them
to
back
know
in there.
that he's being
You should be
pursued,
receiving them
really,
on
because
schedule for
even
those of
the
you that did
sheriff's
order.
airship doesn't
But for
have
those of you
stripes
that
on it.
were looking to buy
So
one,
hopefully that means
available.
he's gonna slow his roll. He'll think that he's no longer being pursued, and then eventually will make a mistake, come to a stop, and hopefully officers will be in the area and be able to take him into custody.
Artesia Boulevard. We're in Gardena,
Here
headed
on
towards
Artesia
Hustler Casino
Boulevard,
here.
which is the major street
We
there
keep
through the
going
area, coming
east.
up to
We
the
will
north.
find Downey Norwalk at some point.
Okay, coming up to
Christmas
the
sales were
mall.
good.
There is a red there.
We sold out of the Pursuit trees. So that's clearly good. Ranger, if you're in here, chat wants
Setting up to go
chat
north
wants to
here at
bet
Vermont,
on chase duration length again.
northbound Vermont. He's only got one working headlight,
That's like a fog light too. It doesn't even look like it's
and
on.
of course it's a dark colored car, and there's no units behind him, so it always makes it really difficult to follow these guys. So 3 o'clock, George, right at your door. Gonna be going kind of under us here for just a moment.
Oh, you got one Euroflower?
So kind of
Appreciate
right
you.
behind us.
Send me a picture whenever it arrives. I've been hearing they're very good quality, which is good to hear.
He's still on Surface Street.
Got
He's on
myself a
Vermont,
fur missile
and he's
sweatshirt.
coming
It's
out
wonderful.
west in a moment.
Any restock on the Pursuit tree sweaters in XL? I didn't know sizes were sold out again, but I'll look into it after the
You're
stream.
northbound Vermont from Gardena. Really no traffic.
Awesome
as you
hole,
can
bro.
see.
Good
The
to hear.
streets are wide open,
Wearing
so
it right
that's
now. It's like we're in a jersey to a
good
game.
Because he is running red lights and stop signs.
We're inventing a new live event. Police chase, birds in the air. Just driving around. 3-star chase here, folks. Just joining us. The want is DUI, drugs and alcohol. CHP is in tracking mode at the moment, but we're going to continue driving with a little bit of recklessness going on here.
So once again, if you're just joining us, this is a driver wanted for DUI and for possibly being armed. It was the sheriff's helicopter overhead initially. And I'm hearing actually that Compton Sheriff's is now in pursuit.
Uh-oh, Compton.
The airship that
We
was
know
following
Gardena
this
police.
guy,
We've seen them
it
act
was the
before.
only police,
They don't wait.
a
Compton
police,
Sheriff's
unit
en
of
route
some sort that was
to
following
engage
it
this chase in
is,
tracking
letting
mode now that it's in their
it go,
jurisdiction.
essentially.
Gardena
They're gonna-
Compton area.
They're going to try to go do the Compton chase instead. So at this point, there's nobody following this guy. There's no ground units behind him. There's no helicopter.
What?
There's us. So it's what we
What?
call a media pursuit sometimes.
There's-
George,
so there's
you
another
wanna
chase going
turn
on?
off your landing light for a moment?
There's another chase going on where they're sending
Perfect,
the...
thank you. So yeah, Compton Sheriff's is also in pursuit. We may pull off to go to that one since that's not too far away.
Oh, shit,
If
okay.
we do that, it's going to be essentially impossible to find this guy again because again, there's no units
So-
behind him.
The cops have left this chase, including the helicopter, and the Compton Sheriffs are going after a different pursuit, but this person is still recklessly driving around and will evade the police tonight because they are busy with another chase right now.
This guy for now.
So Eliana's sticking around with this one. We might have a red zone situation going on here. If we get KCAL or KTLA, Chris Christie will be in the air. I think Chris Christie is above this one, but we have 3 other options as well as maybe Justin O'Brien on Fox. There are 4 other helicopters that can go to the other chase, and then we'll hit the double box.
And you want to go to the Compton one, Jimmy? Okay. The other one? Okay, so we'll stay with this one for now. So they apparently lost visual on the Compton one, so we're still going to stay with this guy for now.
Okay, Compton one has been canceled. So we're staying with this one. It's a media-only pursuit at the moment, but we know that they will re-engage if they have the means.
Just a guy driving down the road at high speeds who was in a pursuit, but now there's no units behind him.
Now on pace for
The original one was,
730
DUI
chases this
and,
year.
Possibly armed. And George, he's behind us now, 6 o'clock. So yeah, make that turn, thank you.
People have been getting away like crazy lately. It feels like almost half the
He's
chases.
Out my door, 9 o'clock.
Okay, so we're sticking around with this one, folks. Not going to the Compton chase. Maybe the Compton... Uh-oh. Come back to us, Eliana.
Now, folks, this is not easy to follow. It's a dark-colored vehicle. He's only got one headlight. There's no units behind him. There's no airship overhead. So it'd be real easy to lose. But we'll follow him as long as we can.
Look at that. You guys complain enough. Every time you guys complain, DJ Ryerson comes in here and just drops all sorts of subs in the chat. Once again, giving out 5 subs.
No airship overhead, so it's essentially not a chase. Go ahead, Jamie. I got you.
DJ, they're going to become so... They're not going to sub because they're going to become so reliant on you now. You're almost too giving. W's in the chat for our mayor, DJ Ryerson.
Okay, sounds good. Alrighty, guys. So, again, this is no longer a pursuit. It was, at one point, of a DUI driver. But the sheriff's airship, which was the only police unit overhead, pulled off to go to another chase. It sounds like they may have lost that vehicle, but we'll keep an ear on that one. If they pick that one up in the Compton area, we'll head
Okay,
over
so
to
we're
that.
staying with this one.
We're gonna cut the stream
And we're
for
just
now.
driving. This one could last a while, folks.
Keep an eye on it. If any units get behind him again,
Is that a
or if
touchdown?
the airship comes back and gets overhead,
okay.
then we'll.
Okay, now
be
we're
able
just
to
going through an
rebroadcast.
intersection
Unless
into a
it's
gas
low
station.
on fuel.
Maybe
I'd
we
love to say that.
do a little Paul Walker challenge action here.
Whenever they pull over for fuel.
Are we fueling up?
That is always.
Oh, doors ajar in ejectocito position.
So crazy to me.
Who do, oh my God.
There's 2 people in the car.
They're going to try and fuel up.
They're at Main and El Segundo.
They're going for it. They're low, and they're going to try and fuel because they're in. This is the danger of tracking mode. There are no units, and they are filling up fast. And we are going to be.
So there's 2 men.
We are going to have a long chase if they get this thing full. They have about 2 minutes to fill this thing up before ground units get there. Ah! No! Eliana's feet cut. No. No.
Just know that I will always love you.
Dolly Parton just made one
No.
super fans life.
No, 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 no. Come back. Please come back. Oh, thank. What?
They may have lost that vehicle, but we'll keep an ear
No,
on that
this
one
is
if they
what happened
open that
before.
one up in the constant
Shit.
area. We'll head over to that. We're gonna cut the stream for now. We're gonna stay overhead, keep an eye on it. If any units get behind him again, or if the airship comes back and gets overhead, then we'll be
No,
able
no,
to
no, 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 no,
broadcast.
no, no,
Unless there's low on fuel now, I'd love to see that. Man, whenever they pull over for fuel during a pursuit, that is always
Kidding
so
me?
crazy to me. Looks like there's 2 people in the car. They're at Main and El Segundo.
Okay, maybe they won't cut it this time.
Main and El Segundo. So there's 2 men. I don't know if there's anyone else in there, but clearly 2 men. The driver is the one without the hoodie.
Okay, this is right when it cut. Fuck! No. Are you kidding me, Eliana?
Just know that I will.
Eliana. God, there's gotta anyone else? I'm looking at ABC. I'm gonna try. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna make the rounds on all of these. We're not done yet. Backup stream. The ABC stream is not up, so hold on. Maybe
Tomorrow at the corner of Sierra Madre and Washington Boulevard.
Okay, KCal's not on top of it. Could be on Telemundo. Good call. Telemundo, Los Angeles. Try that one. It's not there. Damn it. I mean, it's at the top of their banner. Watch. Shit. I'm looking, guys. Bear with me here. I'm trying to find us a stream. Damn it. How could you do this, Eliana? Right when they pulled into the gas station. Okay, it's back. I'm being told it's back. Stand by.
They got gas.
Ah!
During that time, I
We're
gave
live.
the units a chance.
We're live and we're engaged.
And they pulled right up to the vehicle, and
They pulled up to the vehicle in the gas station. We missed it.
So now they have more gas than they did before. I don't know that they were able to.
There's no way they got that thing full, though. Some gas, they were able to get off and get away with the cops rolling up.
They were just on the 105 West. Now they're northbound on.
Still alive. Thank you, Eliana. I don't know. She said she was cutting the stream. So I can't even blame this on NBC. We are engaged here. It looks like CHP now in pursuit. I don't know how much gas they got in because we were dark in that time. But I imagine that was an all-out scramble to get into the car when they saw the cops rolling up. They got in, drove away. So they have no intention of pulling over anytime soon.
Northbound on the 110.
How much gas do we think they got in there, folks?
It's a CHP that's in pursuit, and it's a sheriff's airship overhead. You do see-
Eliana's like, I got one more in me.
This is what you call a traditional pursuit package. You've got the ground units, you've got the airship. My pilot George is trying to get us clearance to go north on the 110, so we're waiting to hear from LAX to get that permission so we can go north.
Okay, so now that we've crossed LAX airspace, she's gonna have to go all the way around unless they get permission to cross it. That's what we're waiting on, and why the angle looks like this, folks. But if they get permission to cross it, they'll be able to catch up pretty quick.
So we just got permission, so we'll be able to go northbound now.
Okay, permission granted to News Chopper 4 to go into LAX airspace. First time in a long time. So they will be able to, they'll be able to chase this thing down like LeBron in 2016.
Again, northbound 110.
Northbound 110 means we are east of Compton, Gardena. We are running up towards Downey, Norwalk. All roads lead to Downey. Chief of Staff MS in the chat. Will 25 subs from Chief of Staff MS. Tired of DJ Ryerson being the mayor of this community. 25 tier 1 subs. Once again, to the chat here. If you got one of those, I want to see the biggest W's for these two people who continue to generously contribute more than anyone, and we are very thankful for that. So, commercial-free viewing to 25 new people. Now we have a backup stream as KCAL is about to go live as well with Mike Rogers and Desmond Shaw. We can go to KCAL, who will have the better camera as well as the luxury of replays. Do we have to punish Eliana for cutting the stream?
So there's the elevated portion here of the 110.
Okay, I'm gonna make the switch because they're over it and they don't have to chase it down. I'm sorry, Eliana, forgive me. We'll come back to you later.
Excessive.
Oh, Tom. Yeah, I'm afraid it's a horrible way.
Oh, it's not Desmond.
The 24, but this is.
Desmond might have off, but that's okay.
So fast before it was just sheriff's division. I believe it was Century who had it. Lost it, and CHP.
Sorry,
So
we had to bench Eliana in airspace, cut the stream at the gas station. It's just an off night. It happens. It's an off night. Even the greats have off nights.
Yeah, I'd rather see. It's no less dangerous, of course, but at least when it's on the freeway, we don't have to worry about pedestrians or anything like that.
Right.
But, and what gets me is that this is a RAV Toyota. So
It's most certainly not.
really moving.
Sorry
up.
about
So
that.
who knows how much gas he's got on this thing or how far he's going to go? But he obviously has just total disregard for the public safety.
Right, and when you're going to your point, when you're going that quickly, you're obviously burning through fuel a lot more quickly.
Got my timeline on in the
And,
background.
Obviously, our speedometer gauge here is a bit of an estimation, but certainly these speeds are so quick. What is the protocol now, though, when you have a driver who's willing to go at speeds this quickly, this rapidly? Obviously, do they pull back a little bit to sort of maybe calm this person down? Because obviously, the more speed we have, the more potential for a catastrophic accident.
Right, and that's what happened.
No, not a RAV4, that's a Dodge Charger. We're 110 northbound here, so we're headed towards downtown LA.
Between chasing this person and then the danger to the public. And so the reason you pulled off is you try and...
Oh my God, did you see how close he was to hitting the median? Holy shit. We didn't get a good angle of that, but we are getting off the freeway. That's one of those medians that like pops up out of the highway. It's just all cement. He almost did 75 miles an hour directly into a median that would not have moved. That would have been final destination. It would have gone through his skull. Did you see how close that was? You can't tell because the guy on the phone, we don't have Desmond Shaw. We have someone just giving advice. That was so close. Now you can see it green and yellow. That's a sheriff's department helicopter, I believe, with a night sun now blasting this Dodge Charger. 10 eastbound coming off the 110.
They might be coming back and forth, but, once we get that air unit overhead, we're going to be pretty much locked into it here.
Right. And, we always have this sort of checklist of questions when we end up in these situations when these suspects are trying to get away. Of course, most of the time, these pursuits end with the person driving, under arrest. But you look at the driver here and you wonder, they can see the spotlight. They know they're being chased, and still they're going.
We don't know how much gas they got in at the gas station. I would highly doubt it was a full tank. No way.
Other vehicles. I mean, one sharp turn, and this could.
If they got a couple gallons in there,
seconds, really.
I don't know how low it was before, but it was enough that they went over and they tried to fuel up. You can tell that's a sheriff's department helicopter because it's green and yellow, guys. Black and white is CHP. Excuse me, blue and white is CHP. Black and white is LAPD. Sheriff's department, I don't know if the sheriff's department is following the chase on the highway. That's usually the CHP. So if you're into the jurisdictions, might have a little mix going on here. Not particularly sure. But it says CHP at the bottom of the screen.
Not just for him, but for these poor citizens that are out there.
Miles per gallon on this Dodge Charger, not great. Can't imagine we have a whole lot of gas left.
This thing was just reckless.
So at these speeds too, we're burning.
Driving under the influence, they are intoxicated. They're not real sure, but that's what got their attention on it.
Yeah. And obviously,
The lights are on at least.
Go through a checklist of questions too. And by the way, I'm joined by KCAL news anchor Susie Saw here. Obviously,
Either getting off or pulling over now.
There's not
Getting off or pulling over.
We have this person pulling over.
Might be out of gas.
Yeah. This is
this the first time we're talking about this?
Are we going to get a full pursuit on the highway?
All right. Full stop.
We're on 60 westbound.
Hi there, Dave. Thank you so much for being with us tonight. And if you just
Now
joined
what?
us here on KCAL News at 9, this is
Traffic
breaking
stopped
news.
in the middle of the freeway.
Long way
What if there's a
to
tractor
South
trailer coming down right
on
now?
the phone with retired
We just stopped
LAPD
traffic on the 60 westbound.
Right now, this car just coming to a
Doors
stop
open.
after a brief chase, not too long, for about 15
Hands up. We know there's at least two people in this thing.
Face here too, Susie, because
And that over-
this guy was
What?
flying down
Oh my
there.
God, he got back in?
Yeah, with his hands. I mean, what? I don't know. Maybe he's running out of gas.
Maybe
Who
he
knows?
was.
Yeah.
And thought, you know what, I might as well just cut my losses now
Yeah.
and just
Yeah,
bring
you're
it to a
racking up the
stop there.
felonies the further you go, right?
No Bearcat for
It
this
looks like
chase.
He is obeying those orders. Dave, what kind of orders are they yelling out right now?
Right now, you're going to have one of the officers that'll give out the orders, and
No, he's not flashing the cops. They're probably asking to see if he's armed.
And then after having him step out,
So these are instructions. They're going to have him get away from the door. Then he'll go Patrick Starfish after he does a little Macarena backwards.
and then afterwards they'll call him back. Now remember, we're not.
Or they'll just arrest him immediately.
We're not sure if there's anybody else in there. We're not sure. If
Yeah, there's most certainly someone else in there. Or maybe that person bolted after or during the gas run that we missed.
Running. He may be two striker looking at 3 and maybe committed some other type of crime. So they'll eventually have to clear that vehicle. They got him in custody.
No, I don't see any tails wagging.
And the weapons.
Okay, we have a clown car. We have backseat now as well.
That vehicle and clear it.
And we always go through
This is not over.
checklist we were talking about, Susie.
We have seen someone make a run for it, Frogger style, across the freeway.
Telling us, but why are they running? And then we find out, like he said, there could be a criminal history.
Sure.
There could be other felonies we don't know.
Something more
So, there's someone else
serious
in there.
than this suspected DUI offense. And as we're
This sure
now
looks
seeing
like
here,
the
a
second person at the gas
coming
station.
out of this car. So in fact, there was a passenger sitting in the back seat. And the driver actually, when we talk about
No
DUI
Doge.
cases,
I see no
in those
Doge.
suits, we usually see them wobbling around a little bit
Right.
as they're walking back towards officers, but that wasn't the case. It looked like they were obeying those orders pretty well and got into the patrol car and was arrested. And it looks like the second person doing just the same now,
Now the question is there a third person? We don't know.
which we often see.
Yeah.
Right.
But
They got to check that back seat, and then they got to open up the back hatch.
right.
Over under a number of people in here? I think it's just two. I think he climbed to the back because he couldn't get out the passenger side. And they were probably instructing him to climb over and get out so they can see the whole vehicle. Be my guess. Now they're going to move in. Yeah, now they're gonna clear it.
Clear that, and you take it for what it's worth.
Who knows? They open this door. What if there's a bunch of damn dojis that run out of there or something?
As you can see now, it's under
Oh, code 4. I see 4 fingers in the air.
Take their time
Drop your fours in the chat, people. We are code 4 tonight.
And now, of course,
60 westbound freeway chase has come to a close in what looks like
almost always end the same way. The suspect giving up, and then you have to
what
wonder,
looks like
what changed here. They were
ran out of gas, but they are moving traffic to an interchange, something going on. But a peaceful ending, a wild, eventful stream with Eliana there, cutting us out. Had to bench Eliana, but she'll come back next game and give us big numbers.
Flying out, both ends. We've seen that as well.
But a good chase, my friends. If you haven't already followed
Two pursuits, but certainly as
the account, turn on your notifications in the event that this happens again. Some of these chases last 10 seconds, some last 10 hours, somewhere in between. If you don't want to miss it, the only way is to turn on your notifications so that you are prepared the next time this occurs. Also, if you're interested in supporting the community, we have a store, top left corner of your screen, birdsintheair.com. Merchandise there. You'll recognize a lot of those items. And until next time, Chief of Staff MS DJ Ryerson, the two of you, once again, thank you guys very much for your contributions to the community and getting people ad-free viewing. But until next time, I'm out of here. Deuces. And I will see you guys on the timeline.
Nightmare for drivers on the